Hello everybody! Today I want to declutter everything I own. Since I live with my family, my son and my boyfriend, that means everything that belongs to me personally and not everything in this apartment. But I thought I'd take you along because I think it can be interesting, and it can also be interesting since I see a lot of minimalists talking about everything they own, decluttering everything they own if they own everything where they live. But I think my situation can be applied to many other people as well, and so I thought I'd show you how I do it. Now, I do it this way, and I focus on the things that belong to me because I have the control and the final decision over these things. Of course, I sometimes declutter things that belong to our household. I never really declutter things that just belong to my son or my boyfriend, just because that's their decision. They have to decide what they want to keep and what they want to declutter, and they also don't like me to declutter their stuff. Now, as an extreme minimalist, when it comes to my personal belongings, there won't be any treasures that I don't know I had or anything like that. Still, I'm gonna take everything out of this apartment and put it here on the bed to be able to also vacuum the drawers and where everything is. And so I think let's get started. So these are the things that only belong to me. Also this chair. This is my only possession of furniture that only belongs to me, and this is the rest. I'm now gonna attempt the KonMari method, where I go through everything and just one by one decide if I want to keep it or not. By the way, two things are missing, and that is my bike. I'm not gonna carry it up here just because I already know that I want to keep it, and also my laptop because my son is using it for online school. Also the charger for my laptop, but I couldn't declutter that if I want to keep the laptop, and I really need that computer to edit videos just because I need a computer. Yes, so let's go through everything, and I will try to do it very carefully and really look at each individual piece. So this is what I'm keeping. it's the bigger pile as I thought, but this is what I'm decluttering. And it's interesting to see that there are still a few things that I am willing to let go or that really don't serve me anymore, and that I even didn't know about all of them. So now let me show you what these are and why I'm decluttering them. So now to the things that I have decluttered. Like these are just socks with a hole that is so big that I am just not able to fix it anymore. And that is why I decided to let these go. Also, when washing them, they just shrunk each time a little tiny bit. And now at that point, they are so tight that sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable wearing them. So I just thought I'd let these go. This I'm actually not super sure about. I colored it myself, and I mean, it was a fun activity, and usually I store my toothbrush in here. But it has like, it's almost falling apart, like not really at the moment, but I don't know. You cannot really drink something out of it. And I don't like how I colored the inside. So every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. And it's kind of too colorful for me. I'd rather have just a usual like free glass jar where like some kind of food was in when I bought it to store my toothbrush in. And so I'm like, I don't really want to put that or like throw it in the trash, because I mean, you can still use it. But on the other hand, I kind of don't want to have it anymore. So let me know what to do with things like this, because I don't know. I feel bad throwing it away, but I don't want to have it anymore. Then we have some bad like passport pictures from my son, a letter that is not important anymore. These I got for Christmas. These are beeswax wraps, and I love these things. They are very practical, but I don't use them really. And I already have some in the kitchen that I rarely use. And so I thought about like giving those to somebody else who would use them more, instead of using them or opening them, putting them into the kitchen and never really using them. A USB-C cable, but I have so many of these that I think I really don't need more. I kind of like decluttered that one because I figured out that it's at least this one too much, and later on maybe I realized that I can declutter even more of them. SD card box, but I still need that. I just have to put it in its right place. These are all the drawings I kept from my childhood, and now I digitized all of those. I talk about that in a video where I talk about my new approach to sentimental items, and I can link you the video up here if you want to watch it. All of them, I just flipped through them and wanted to decide if any of them I really want to keep in paper form, if it really does make a difference for me. But for none of these, there was that feeling of like, oh, I need to keep that like this. So it's always a bit of a strange feeling putting that into the recycling bin, because it's like hours of my artwork as a child and as a teenager as well. But why should I keep this heavy thing if I never look at it and if I have it in digital form now? So I declutter these. And that's also from school, like two beautiful things I made with a lot of drawings, and I put a lot of work into that, but I digitized those as well, so I really don't need to keep them like this. This is just some fabric that I have kept. It's part of a shirt that I owned, and I just decided that these are too small to make anything out of, and I still have a lot of like other fabrics to work with. Then I decluttered 2 pairs of socks, and these are like these small sneaker socks, and that's just because my feet are always cold, and I realized that if I wear these socks that do not go up higher, it's even worse. I kept 1 pair because I thought like sometimes maybe in the summer I'm wearing something with sneakers, but in general I don't need these, because even in summer I'm too cold, and it's really just that these do not serve me. Then a few like scraps of thread for fixing sweaters, but most of these sweaters we don't own anymore, so I don't think there's any point in keeping these. a zipper without a zipper. I sometimes keep these zippers and sometimes take off like the zipping part to put them on another garment if it's like if it has lost its zipper. But this one is just like, it's screaming green. I don't like the color and it does not have a zipper anymore, so I can let go of it. Another like free advertisement gift, and I think I kept it for this carabiner, but this carabiner is kind of broken, so I don't see a need in keeping this thing that I haven't used in the last 5 years, so I really don't see why I should keep it. This is like Pandora jewelry. It's silver mostly and a little bit of gold also, and I got these from my grandma and they were important to me, but it's really just not my style anymore. So I think I'm gonna sell these, but that's a bit like annoying. It's a lot of work, so I kept them for years now, but I don't wear them. I've decluttered them like 5 years ago kind of, but I have to still sell them, so I need to do that. This, if you've been following me for a long time, it's the sweater I made myself, and I have a lot of feelings attached to this thing. I love this sweater. I think it looks very good on me. I love the color. I love like the pattern. The wool is dyed by my grandma, but now I just haven't been wearing it. Also, the sleeves are a bit too big, so if I wear a jacket on top of it, it's uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna declutter it. And I thought that for the past few months, and I can't really decide because I don't want to throw it away or just like donate it, because I kind of want to know that it goes to somebody who actually would use it, because I put so much work into it and it kind of means a lot to me. But on the other hand, there's really no reason to keep it if I'm not using it, right? And then the last thing, oh no, there's another like part, it's from a backpack or something, and I thought I'd keep it because it's like good if I wanted to make a backpack myself, but it's only one thing, and usually if you have 2 straps you need 2 of these things, and I only have 1, so I thought there's like no reason to keep it. The last thing here is all my childhood photos. Oh no, there's a little bit of like thread as well that I don't need because it's just not enough. These are all my childhood photos, and I just don't need to keep these because I digitized all of them. I sorted through them before, you could see it, and I just again made the same decision with my drawings. I wanted to go through and see which one of them meant so much to me that I also want to keep them in paper form, and these are just all the pictures that I did not decide to keep. It's just taking away so much space and it's heavy, and so I decided to let it go. So now I'm gonna put back everything, and then I'm gonna show you how that looks, where I store my things. And this is also gonna be very interesting for myself to look back at in a few years, to just see at that point in time what I had, how I organized it. So let's go. So this is everything kind of organized. This is where everything lives at the moment. So in here I have all my camera equipment and my hard drives and my microphone things and cables. Here I have my handcrafting supplies. In here I have like miscellaneous desk supplies. Not really, I don't really have any desk things, but just some things I need for electronics and things like that. In here I have my bathroom stuff because I decided to not keep the stuff in the bathroom that I use once a week or less. That's my water bottle I need when I go outside or on vacation. This is my wallet. This is where I keep my paper documents. I'll link you the video up in the cards to watch if you're interested, where I show you what I keep and how I organize it. This is a folder that I keep for whenever I need to go somewhere and take documents. And in here, that's like a drawing or like a painting I made when I was a small kid. And in here, I keep all the paintings and drawings my son makes for me, and also some from my childhood. Here we have my headphones. Usually my laptop is on top of here. My camera comes in here, but I'm filming on it currently. So that is what is in this drawer. And then we'll move on to the second one. In here I have all of my clothes plus my sentimental items and this thing to release back pain to roll on when my back hurts. So here I have my rain pants and ski pants, all of my underwear with socks, underwear and bralettes. Here I have my 2 sweaters. I'm wearing one currently. My sweatpants, my linen pants. I'm wearing my jeans, my shorts and my long underwear. I have 2 t-shirts, the third one I'm wearing, and again, these are like some old journals. This is my notebook that I sometimes take notes in. These are my childhood pictures that I decided to keep, and this is like a small garment my son wore when he was just born, and these are some, like this is a scarf my grandma made for me, my bikini, and my sun hat. The only things missing right now from my wardrobe are my jacket, which is in the entryway, my shoes, which are there as well. Also my scarf and my gloves, they are at the entryway as well during the winter, but once summer comes around, I'll keep them in here. This is the space where they can be. And everything else I own is stored somewhere else. So these are the things that I decluttered. You can see them once again here. The shoes I'm gonna store at the entryway. This is my bathroom stuff, my camping stuff that I'm gonna put where it belongs, and also again my jacket and my scarf and my gloves that come to the entryway. My backpack is stored on our backpack tree that is here, and this wooden stool lives in our living room, so I'm gonna take it back there. So I thought that was really interesting because I did found some things that I did not know were in the condition they were, or actually also I found some things I did not know I owned. Especially for like the handcrafting supplies, there were just a few little things that I didn't really need anymore. And I think that's just really interesting because usually I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't take everything out, put everything on the bed, in the state of like minimalism I am right now. Since I've decluttered so many times, I would not like take everything out anymore because I would think like that's not necessary. But by doing that, it's really 2 things. One, it gets you the chance to actually see each individual thing and not just go over your things where they are stored and think, oh, I need that, I need that, I need that, but actually really take the time to look at each individual thing. Also, you get the chance to vacuum out the drawers. I think that is a good thing to do every once in a while. And the other thing, like the other benefit I got from taking everything out is that I could see everything on one pile. And I think that's very powerful, seeing everything that you own on one pile, because that is really, my responsibility. These are the things that I own, that I have to care for. And usually I wouldn't see all of them on one pile. Maybe if I moved, maybe even not then. So I think that was really good, and I want to do that in the future again. But of course, keep in mind, I do not live alone. So I live with my boyfriend and my son. So I totally co-own other things as well. But I think your personal belongings are an important part of your belongings because it's your responsibility. My personal belongings only belong to me, so that is a good place to start and to actually be for a long time, to really think about what adds value, what gives me something, instead of taking away energy and resources from my life. So I want to be sure that especially my personal belongings are only things that actually add value to my life, that I love, that are good in my life, that are not unnecessary, that do not take up space or energy that I could use better otherwise. Let me know how you do like decluttering, what you think about decluttering, or anything else decluttering related, or anything else that you want to tell me down below in the comments. I will be really interested in reading them. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. That really helps with the algorithm. And if you want to see more videos, I'll link you a video and a playlist right here that you can check out right now if you want to. And I also hope to see you next time. Bye!